Hi everyone, so I just want to show you the updates with the comfrey that I got. I had two in a pot and they were, I think, relatively small, like about a quarter of this size. What has happened is one of them wasn't doing so well. I'll show you in a minute what it looks like now. And this one was the one that had flowers, and I thought because the potting mix that we use was retaining a lot of moisture, and I think that was the reason why it was starting to wilt. Now as I planted out, this is a bit above ground, so we elevated a little bit to prevent this situation. When it rains, it pretty much floods. I did do some YouTube research about growing comfrey in the tropic and the subtropic. It seemed to do relatively well. Like, it does grow prolifically, but I think at the same time you do need to look at the root system. Like, if it becomes waterlogged, it will die. That's just my personal take. This is the first time I've grown it. Well, in the permaculture world, there is a bit of promotion about comfrey. You can use it as fertilizer, and also medicinally you can use it as well to make balms and stuff like that. Now, I'm not into that whole thing about making balms, but I do like comfrey. I think it's doing very well, so I'm quite pleased. So this is the other one, which I thought was a goner. It was gonna die, but it has, I mean, it had quite a few like small shoots like this, like at least about 5 to 6, maybe 10, but it dies off, and I was kind of worried, so I planted it out. Eventually there's only one left, so I am hopeful that it will sprout some new shoots. But I at least have one that's growing. I don't know many people in Vietnam growing comfrey. I feel like maybe I'm a loner in this part of the world growing it. But eventually I think it will be more common. Now, if I have to choose between comfrey and water hyacinth, I think, I can't even pronounce the name for that water float water plant, aquatic plant. These are, I was just looking up the name. In Vietnamese it's called bun. It's so readily available. It's excellent for fertilizers, and I think anything that grows really well and you can use it as fertilizers, it's brilliant. People do make fertilizers out of this, so I think what they do is once they start to overgrown, you can just pull up a bunch. It's easy like this. See? And you can mulch it and then make compost. And there is someone selling this compost, this variety of compost. As you can see, originally this whole patch here was like filled up with water hyacinth. I'm going to say it wrong. This plant, and then I removed all of it and I put it in a different trench, and I replaced it with this floaters. These are really pretty as well, and they just float above the surface of the water, and it helps like filter the water, make it a lot clearer. And you can see the roots is like taking up all the mud. That's why the water is a lot cleaner. And this one grows prolifically as well, and it's very easy for you to scoop up and just like put it in a compost pile. So I think if you can grow your own compost, you should, and especially something that's really easy, like these. And those floaters, over this section here. When it's healthy, you can see it this big. Like look how big it is compared to my hands. And it's really pretty. It's not an ugly thing, you know. Look at it. This one you can't eat. I don't know anyone who has eaten this, but look, when you can eat it. And they do use this as medicine also. I don't know which part is. My cousin was just showing me that maybe not this one. Okay, this one here. So you have like the main root system, and you got like this extension here. This is from one plant to another. They cut this part here and here, and they dry it. I'm not sure if they dry it. I'm making up lies here, but my cousin said that they use it in herbal medicine. She did say for what purpose, but I can't remember. So you can eat that. And also I had hot pot the other day, and we put the flowers in to the hot pot, and it tastes amazing. So beneficial plant for you to grow. Some people don't like it. I don't know why. Probably because they don't understand the beneficial side of things. But I do. So that's comfrey as your fertilizers, floaters as your fertilizers. What else is there? Let me find a way to walk. There's another water plant, which it's like the water hyacinth, which you can eat. This one here. This one. There's more down here. This one here is quite common in hot pot and in sour soup also. The Vietnamese sour soup. They eat the young ones, the young shoots, like that one there. They'll just like go down and they pick it, or the young leaves, like that one. This is not exactly a floater because it anchors itself down in the mud. As you can see, we just have a section like this. We've got the roots, and you kind of like just push it into the mud on the side. It anchors itself and it starts to multiply. It's not the same as the water hyacinth. You can see it floats on the top of the water. But I can imagine you can fertilize in it. You can use mulch fertilizers or anything. But this is easier, faster growing, more prolific. So I want to see how well the comfrey goes, but at the moment it has been like 4 weeks, almost 4 weeks, and I can see it doing really well, but you know, nothing grows as well as these things here with a bit of water. And the reason why I need to put it at the end of the trenches because of the watercress. I think in Chinese it's called kangkong, or in Vietnamese it's called gao mung. This is the water variety. You can put this in hot pot as well, soup. Commonly used in sour soup, and because it just overtakes so quickly, that's why I'm trying to manage it. It becomes like an invasive species. I just want to retain the water, the clean water, and allow other plant, aquatic plant to grow. And you can see how beautiful it is. nice and green. And I did put some here at the end here to grow, and they're really cute, aren't they? And when it flowers, like that's the flower there, it seems to multiply in the bunch, and if you don't separate them, it just stuck and become like really dense, like the example up there. I just zoom in there. You can see all that dense patch there. That's them. Okay, so that's the end of the video. If you do consider to grow comfrey in subtropic, in Vietnam in particular, if you ever go to Vietnam and you want to be like a farmer, a hobby farmer, you can certainly grow it. I'll leave you with that thought. Take care, everyone. I'll see you next time.